Hello my dear student, welcome to Nagesh Karasgi Orchid School channel. Myself Hina Patel, going to teach you 5th grade mathematics. Already in the previous session we have started with matrix, measures and its temperatures. We had seen some units related to it and we will go in the depth of this chapter. Today we will have a one word problem. So, already I had told you in the last session that please try to solve that. Today I will explain and I will try to solve that word problem. So, we will go for one word problem. Here we are having a Becky needs a 2 meter 25 centimeter of cloth to stitch a t-shirt. So, now how much cloth is needed to stitch 176 t-shirts? Now, this is very easy, you know unitary method also. So, it will be very easy for you, but here what we are having? We are having the units that should be converted into the decimals and then we have to go for the further steps. Now, what will be the solution here? The required length of the cloth for a t-shirt is already given is the 2 meter 25 centimeter. So, we are writing as 2 meter 25 centimeter. What will be in the decimal? Because in the previous session we had seen that how to write in a decimal and this is 2.25 meter. So, it is 2.25 meter cloth is required for a t-shirt. Therefore, the required length of cloth for 176 t-shirts is equal to how many? 176 t-shirts is equal to 2.25 multiplied by 176. So, you know the multiplications of a decimal? Yes, after just you have to ignore the multiplication, ignore the decimal point and have a multiplication, and by this product of what you are getting the product, just you have to leave 2 digit from the right hand side and give the decimal point. We will see the steps how to do the multiplication of 2.25 multiplied by 176. Here 2.25 multiplied by 176, just we have to ignore this decimal point and just solve the multiplication. Now, you know the multiplications of a large number. Here we are having a 3 digit number which is multiplied by 3 digit number. We are ignoring the decimal now to find a product. So, after multiplication this all the steps, here I had put here cross sign, you can put the 0 because in the previous sums we had learned about the 0, or you can put the cross sign. So, after doing this multiplication of 176 to the 2.25 is nothing but now 225. So, after multiplications we are getting as a 39600. So, after decimal point how many digits are there? There are 2 digits. So, we have to leave 2 digit from the right hand side and we have to put an decimal point. So, just we have to 1 and 2 digit just we have to leave and we will put a decimal point. Now, what will be the unit what we got is in a meter. So, hence the total length of cloth required for 176 t-shirts is equal to 396 meter. So, when we will have a 396 meter cloth, then only we can stitch a 176 t-shirts of per t-shirt which requiring a length that is 2 meter 25 centimeter. So, when you go in a cloth shop, if the shopkeeper says that this is the cost of 1 meter of cloth. So, when you require in a large quantity, suppose you require a 15 meter of a cloth, what you do? Same procedure you do, that you will multiply and you will find the product is nothing but that is the money you have to pay to the shopkeeper. So, after multiplication, that is again I told unitary method we use and we can find the multiplication, whatever the product we are getting, just you know very well where to give a decimal point. So, in this way we have to solve by giving a appropriate decimal point and we can find out a number of meters of a cloth that is required to stitch 176 t-shirts. Now, one more example, now it was of a multiplication, now we will go for an division. Now, you know simple division, yes, here we are having some statement here that we have to do the division and if it is required we have to give a decimal point and we have to write in the whatever unit the question is asked. Here a farmer has 734.64 hectometer of a land, that is the land which is count in hectometer. This is written in short as a unit as HM of a land. He wants to divide this land equally among his 8 sons. Divide means the word itself says that you have to go for division and how many hectometers of a land will each of his son get. So, after division whatever we are getting a quotient, that number of hectometer of a land each son of will get. So, here we are having how many sons? The farmer is having 8 sons. So, we are have to divide it by 8. Now, convert hectometer to meter first. So, you know already we had learned some units, 1 hectometer is equal to 100 meter. So, what we will do? We will convert this hectometer into meter, then we will do the division because it is asked that how many hectometers of a land will each of the son will get. So, here we are having conversion, that is 734.64 hectometer is equal to 734.6 multiplied by 100 meter. Now, we have to find in a meter. So, what we will do? We will multiply it by 100. Now, you know we will not go for long multiplication because you are very familiar with a multiplication of 10, 100, 1000. So, here multiplied by 100 means the decimal point will go 2 digit forward because it is a multiplication of 100. So, it will go forward or you can say it will go to the right hand side. So, what will be the answer? What will get the product of this? It is 73464 meter. So, now we will go for division because we had converted this division decimal to the normal number, that is by multiplying converting into an meter. So, 73464 meter is divided by 8 because the number of son farmer was having is 8 son. So, it is divided by 8, 8 9s are 72. Now, after subtracting 72 from 73 will be the 1 will be left, get 4 down here. So, 8 1s are 8, if you will go for 8 2s are it is a 16. So, it is not possible. So, it is 8 1s are. So, after subtraction what we will get is 6. So, next number that is 6 we get down here. So, how much? 8 8s are 64. So, we will write here 8 and we will write here 64. So, after subtracting 64 from 66 we get a 2. The last is 4, we will get here 4 down, that will be 24, 8 3s are 24 or 8 times 3 is 24. So, after subtraction 24 from 24 is 0. So, hence the farmer will give a 9183 meters of a land to each of his son. It is meter of length. If you want to find out in a hectometers, so what we have to do? We have to divide by 100. If you divide by 100, so where we will get the decimal point? Here, that is 91.83 hectometer. So, in this way we have to find out first what will be the solution for the given statement. If it is the conversion is needed, we have to convert into an decimal, that is given which type of unit is required, that after this whatever the operations we have to do, just we have to do the operation and we have to find out what will be the quotient. That is nothing but a, here in this problem, that is a land which will land the farmer will give to his son. So, he is dividing this land into a 8 son which was equally divided. So, each and every son will have equal land for their from the farmer side. Next we will see here 1000, 100, tens, ones, tenth, hundredth, thousands. Again it is written as kilometer, hectometer, decimeter, meter, decimeter, centimeter and millimeter. Here is decameter, meter, decimeter, centimeter and millimeter. What is this? Here is kilometer is a highest unit, that is a standard unit, and the millimeter is a lowest standard unit. When we want to convert millimeter into an meter, millimeter into an meter, that is from smaller unit to the larger unit, we have to divide. So, what we have to divide by? This is 10, 10 and 10, this will be 1000. So, 10 multiplied by 10 is 100, multiplied by 10 is 1000. So, we will divide it by 1000, whatever is given millimeter, suppose it is 4898. So, that number you have to divide by 1000 to get convert millimeter to an meter. When you want to convert into a tens from the 1000. So, higher unit to the lower unit, if you want to convert, we have to multiply. Suppose you want to convert into an tens, that is we have to multiply it by 100. So, just you have to remember this, because these are the units and how to get a multiplication and a division to convert into the given unit. So, again I will read it out: kilometer, hectometer, decimeter, decameter, meter. Between kilometer and meter there are hectometer and decameter. Between meter and the millimeter, we are using this meter is a very regular term we are using in the measurement, and centimeter also we are using regularly, but we are not using as a decimeter. So, here you have to remember what are the units between the kilometer and meter and millimeter. So, when you require for the conversion, you have to do multiplication or you have to do division. Now, one of the activities given here: if a one day equals 24 hours, everyone knows this. If one day is equals 24 hours, then how many hours are there in 31 days? So, what you will do? Here we have to use an unitary method, that is activity. My dear students, just read it and try to solve this activity. So, you will find out options are given here, you have to choose the correct options from this. So, what will be the operation? Here first you will write the statement, or you can say the solution, that one day is equal to 24 hours. So, Therefore, 31 days is equal to 31 multiplied by 24. So, after multiplication, just to find out of this which option is a correct option. Again we are using a unitary method and we have to find out the number of hours in 31 days. Another example, again that is the activity only. If 1 meter has 60 seconds, 1 minute has 60 seconds, then how many seconds are there in 60 minutes? Very similar to the previous one. 1 minute has 60 seconds. So, what will be your solution? First statement, 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. Second statement will be 60 minutes is equal to how many seconds are there in 60 minutes? 60 minutes is equal to 60 multiplied by 60 seconds. So, whatever multiplication, the answer, that is the product you will get, will be from these 3, that will be 1 will be the correct. So, please try to find out this by multiplication. So, you will get one of the correct answer from the given option. So, these both are the activity that you have to do it. So, multiplication as well as you can find out what are the operation to be done to the given word problem or the statement. Now, we had learned about the metrics and measures. Now, by seeing this picture, you might be thinking why ma'am has given this picture. The what is a temperature? My question is, what is a temperature? Daily we are using the word today's temperature is high, today it is too cold, so temperature is low. Here by seeing these two dishes, this is a vegetable soup and this is a ice cream. Can you find out what will be the temperature of a soup and what will be the temperature of ice cream? Here temperature tells us how hot or how cold a thing or body or a weather. Here we are having some food item here. So, we can say the temperature of a soup is more than that of a temperature of a ice cream, or we can say the temperature of ice cream is very low temperature. So, temperature tells us by touching, by feeling that how the thing is hot or cold. Not only the things, but we measure the body temperature also. We measure the weather temperature also. In Sholapur, in summer, the temperature of Sholapur city is 42 degrees Celsius. Means here the temperature is very high in the summer. Suppose in Sholapur in the month of December, the temperature is 22 degrees Celsius. Means as compared to the summer, the temperature of Sholapur city is low. That is weather, we are talking about the weather, but by seeing this you can find that which will be the hot or which will be the cold. So, soup will be always hot and the ice cream will be the cold. So, what we are learning here? We have to learn now what is a temperature. Again I will say, temperature tells us how hot or cold a thing or body or the weather is. So, here we are having some things and we will see in detail what to do to measure a temperature. Now, you might be seeing this, many students might be having this instrument, that is nothing but it is an thermometer. It is an thermometer, clinical thermometer. We are having nowadays digital thermometer. So, we are using this thermometer to measure the body temperature. So, nowadays we are using the digital thermometer even in the clinic or at home also. Previously, these are known as an clinical thermometer which were used but nowadays also this clinical thermometer is also used as well as digital thermometer is used. Why we are using this thermometer? To measure the temperature, to measure the temperature of human body. So, when we go to the hospital or for the clinic to the doctor, so if we are having a high temperature, we say to the doctor that I am having a fever. Fever means what? The body temperature is increased. So, these are the instrument used for measuring the body temperature. Now, we will see what are the parts of a thermometer. What are the parts of a thermometer? This I think so you can learn in the science, or you might learn in the science also. Just again I will recall this. This is a glass tube. Okay. So, we are having some scale inside, which will be easily visible because it is a glass tube from the outside. So, we are having a thin tube in the center. If you do not know, just go and see that we are having one thin tube inside and we are having a outer glass tube is thick. Outer glass tube will be very thick. So, when it is to handle, it is not easy. So, already the structure is given that the glass tube will be, outer portion will be the thick portion, and transparent glass tube which is there inside, which will protect whatever the mercury and the what we say that thin tube which is placed in the center, and we are having some measurement here. So, here we can find out here some measurements. You might be seeing here given as degree Celsius, and which is given here is degree Fahrenheit. These are the two units which we are using to measure a temperature. So, generally we say that today's temperature is 32 degrees Celsius. So, weather temperature we always measure in degrees Celsius, but body temperature we measure in both, that is Fahrenheit as well as degree Celsius. So, here you might be seeing some red color mark 37, and here in between 8 and here 100. Here what it is given is a minor scales, that is nothing but each and every part is divided, which you can read it properly. So, these are the parts divided and you can find out in a Fahrenheit, and here you can find out in a degree Celsius. So, we will learn in detail about this thermometer. Here in any thermometers there are two standard fixed point. We had learned some part of the thermometer, that is outer part was a glass tube and inner part was a thin glass tube with some measure units. This is also thermometer, just we are seeing the inner part of this. In any thermometer there are two standard fixed points. Here we are having standard fixed point as an 100 degree, it is shown here, it is degree Celsius. 100 it is shown on the red color, which is written as a boiling point, and here it is given as a 0 degree Celsius, which is freezing point. What is the boiling point? Boiling point of a water. When water boils in a vessel, you can keep the thermometer in that vessel and you can find out that water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. So, we can say that the boiling point of a water is 100 degrees Celsius. The word is degrees Celsius. Here we can see the when water get freezed in the freezer, the freezing point is 0 degrees Celsius. When the temperature is 0, then only water get freeze or water is converted into an ice. So, we can say that freezing point as well as boiling point, that is unit used is a degree Celsius. Now, mainly there are two standard units, already I had told, degree Celsius and degree Fahrenheit, used for measuring the temperature. Here we are having Celsius, already I had explained 100 degree is a boiling point of a water and the 0 degree is an freezing point of a water. Now, we will learn about the Fahrenheit, which is a second unit used to measure a temperature. So, here we are having a very small divisions which is divided into an equal parts. Here we are having 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 and so on till the 220. So, we will see the relation between the degrees Celsius and Fahrenheit after some time. So, now you know what are the two units which are used to measure the temperature is degree Celsius and degree Fahrenheit. Now, 100 degree Celsius is a boiling point of water, that is degree Celsius. Here we are having a thermometer which is an internal part we are learning. Just here is given as 0, that is 0 degree freezing point of water. So, here 0 degree is freezing point of water and 100 degree is an boiling point of water. Now, we have to see that what will be the boiling point of water in degree Fahrenheit and what will be the freezing point of water in degree Fahrenheit. So, here degree Celsius, now it is very clear to you that 100 degree Celsius is a boiling point of water and 0 degree degree Celsius is an freezing point of water. Now, we will see that 212 degree Fahrenheit, 212 degree, it is a standard unit, everyone have to remember. 212 degree Fahrenheit is an boiling point of water and 32 degree Fahrenheit is a freezing point of water. By seeing here, you can find out here we are having some arrows here. So, it will be very clear to you that between 30 and 40 there are marks 2, 4, 6, 8, these are the marks of a 2 division. 2 degree Fahrenheit. So, here we will see here is a 32 degree Fahrenheit. Here we are having 220, but it is 212. So, here we will find out this is 210. After that we are having a 2 degree Fahrenheit marks, here will be 212 degree Fahrenheit. So, we have converted a 100 degrees Celsius, that is boiling point of water, to the Fahrenheit, that is a boiling point of a water in a degree Fahrenheit is 212 degree, and a freezing point of a water, that is in degree Celsius, that is 0 degree Celsius, and in a Fahrenheit is 32 degree Fahrenheit is an freezing point of water. So, my dear student, you have understood that what is the temperature we had learned and what are the units to measure the temperature. So, in detail we will learn in the next session. Today we had learned about the measurement of a temperature by two different units, that is degree Celsius and degree Fahrenheit. Thank you very much.